Alright, today on Gaming Restaurant we are back with Megastore Simulator. Now they've just added the controller support. So now I can play with my poor sore arm. Yay! Accessibility! Though I went through a day or two and I already found a couple weird issues with it. I guess we can go through them. But for the most part it's functional. I had to up the sensitivity compared to the mouse. Because it was just so hard to like move around. So that was the first change. The second change was, I will show you when I'm done with the bakery. So I'm starting out my new day, which usually starts me in the bakery if you'll recall. So you'll see some of the changes. Last time we played it was day 100, now it's day 175. So we've come quite a bit farther. You can sort of see some minor changes in my bakery. So now I've got like this extra trays because I brought a few more products in the bakery. So I found as soon as you start bringing in more product out here, you need more trays. Alright, so we got the bakery and then we got one more. Okay, I'm just gonna dump this one here. Oh, nope. Alright, buddy, you have a tray for me somewhere? Yeah, I can use this one. Alright, cool. So, the first thing I do every morning is still the same. I start with the bakery. And then I open. Then I go through and I get my grocery stocking. So I'll go look through to see if anything needs to be ordered for groceries. Which is basically candy and food. Anything that I don't stock on a shelf and maintain overstock for. And that's basically just the food and candy. Pears, some bananas, pizzas, some green beans are completely out of that. Get some butter, we're getting low on butter. Get some of the lime stuff here.
Nice crust on this one.
So I've rejigged my grocery store a little bit. Before I used to have pharmacy stuff in this aisle. Now I just made this the food aisle and put all the pharmacy on this side. So I'm not sure what I'll do with this corner. I was thinking maybe I'll make it into dairy, or maybe if he adds pharmacy later, I will, you know, make a full pharmacy here. I've also brought in, like, I've expanded this section. I've brought in music and clothing for this section. So you can sort of see what it looks like. I don't have it all filled in yet. I've got some men's and women's change rooms. I'm building walls with the sports in front of the change rooms. So I got golf on this side, and I got some general, you know, ball sports on this side. Got backpacks and bags in the center. So I got like two sides, and then we've got all the fancy suits and dresses on this side for now. The casuals, you know, pants and shirts on this side, and you know, your really sporty t-shirts and shorts over here. So I'm still filling in clothing. Last thing I got in was this music stuff, which I actually didn't put this on the shelf. I gotta do that. So I'll go to the back and do that too. Alright. I also hired an additional stalker. So the one thing that is new that kind of was messed up on the controller side is when I went to order products, I couldn't scroll down past compact drums. So I have all the licenses at the beginning up to compact drums. And then I started opening special licenses. So right now I'm using the mouse scroll button. You'll see I have some of the lower licenses, but I didn't buy the stuff in between. So the controller doesn't let me navigate to these items. So I gotta, find another one of these. I'm gonna send that to Doc 3. But that one I gotta put out on the shelf this time first. So you can sort of see as I'm trying to press down on the D-pad and the controller knob, it doesn't go past the completely unlocked licenses. So that's interesting. Alright. Let me get out some of the grocery stuff so that my stalkers have something to do. And then we'll take care of the music problem. And then we'll figure out what we're bringing in next. Is it going to be more music or is it going to be more clothing? It's probably going to be more clothing. So I got my warehouse also unlocked, you'll see. And I got my high pallet lifter thing. That took a while to unlock. So now that I have that, I can put more stuff on the top shelves in my warehouse here. Which means I can get more storable overstock in. So the only things I'm overstocking is the non-grocery stuff. That's like sports, music, toys, clothing. Like I'm trying to run it like a real grocery store, in that you don't generally have overstock of food because food was expired. So every day I order the food. So I go through the bakery, order bakery, handle bakery, then I go through and I order food, and then I just manage the warehouse for the rest of the day. And by the end of the day, I'll see how much extra profit I have and see if I can bring in a new license or do something else. I still haven't bothered to unlock the upper level yet. I don't need it. As you sort of saw, I'm kind of filling in the space I do have downstairs. I have finished unlocking the downstairs, but all the stuff before the upper level anyway. But I have plenty of room for products, so I haven't felt the need to unlock upstairs yet. I figured long term I'm going to put electronics and digital media upstairs. Like the music CDs and the records and stuff. So like downstairs is your ready convenient stuff, the stuff you come in. At the back is the clothing and the music, the stuff you sometimes want, and upstairs is the electronics and music, other stuff you sometimes want. I didn't feel the need to double stack some of the shelves. Like in grocery, I'll double stack the shelves so that there's always product out on the shelf. But not in the back warehouse here. It also makes it easier for me to know when to order. So if one of my 2 grocery shelves are sold out, then I just order it again. And I know they'll instantly put it on the shelf and it won't have to be sitting back here on the floor in a box like this. Because usually by the end of the day, most of the stalkers get all this stuff out. And I can put away all the pallets. We're done with the groceries. We go back over to the overstock here. This is the clothing. This one is white shirts. White shirts, white shirts. Where are the white shirts? Down here. These are the suit jackets. Here. Some nice froggy toys. The back. So I have most of the stuff pretty well sorted out. I probably have room for one more rack down here as well. which I'll buy when I have need of it. For now, I'm building up instead. This one is this guitar. This one is the speakers. Ukuleles. So I'm still doing the thing where I use this little pallet lifter for everything and I'll just toss it up onto the shelf I want it on. It's easier than trying to run the pallet lifter up and down. I know it's not as accurate, but it's more convenient for me, I think, because I suck with driving those forklifts. This one is over there. We have more fleshes. So I go and I park this by the space where I want to lift it up to, and if the stalkers grab stuff, they'll grab stuff. And then I'll eventually clean up the pallets at the end of the day, or when I need the space. Alright, now we're gonna have to do this one. The sunburst guitars. But I don't have that on the shelf yet. Okay, so we got white. That is this one. We've got speakers. We've got ukuleles. We've got the other guitar. That's this one. That is this guy. Frog toys. Cats. Sheep. Alright, I can get rid of some of this stuff. So if I had my little pallet robot just helping me clear these empty pallets, that would be great. As soon as the ones on the floor that are not on shelves, because I want the ones to stay on the shelves so I can use the ones on the shelves to restock. But the ones on the floor, it would be great if the pallet robot could help me clean these up so I didn't have to. So, like, I don't mind handling the unloading myself, but the cleanup of these pallets, these empty, loose pallets on the floor are kind of annoying. Like, because I want them out of my way so I can continue to unload the trucks in the grocery section, and so I don't have to worry about tripping over them when I'm unloading stuff. Alright, I must have done some overloading here. This one is... Okay, I definitely did not need that product. Every once in a while I gotta go through the floor and figure out why I ordered too much. Sometimes it's because it's on the shelf. Water... Sausage? No, it's the cookies. Yeah. Definitely ordered too much of that. And I have these two shelves for, you know, stocking stuff I, accidentally ordered some too much. Usually it empties up. Like they'll pick it up eventually. Because you're trying to eyeball it when you're out on the shelves ordering. And you're not back here checking to see how much you have. Alright, what do we have over here? Beef yogurt, tabs. Ice cream. Okay, well, we got rid of most of it. That's not bad. I think we have like 2 more shelves up there. We can throw stuff up high. Just to get it off my floor. So yeah, this one's the grocery overstock, and this is the cleaning products overstock. So I'm gonna order more paper towels. I tend to keep the paper towels and the toilet paper stocked. Okay, I'm gonna keep going through the product over here though, because we have to order. So before I go to do the bakery, I'll just quickly top up my so we have, oh, hold on, this one, Royal Navy, it's the one in front. Sometimes I gotta use the scanner to double check. This one? Okay. And this one was the, I gotta bring this to the front. We'll do that in a second. I'm gonna order this. And that. All fades. One of those plushies. Just double check the medications and propane. We're good on that. Okay. So we're gonna purchase the products. And what are we doing here? We need our thingy. Okay, so these ones came over here. Oh, okay, so I ordered too much of the stuff because it was on the other dock. I didn't unload the pallet. That was my mistake. So now we'll have some extra paper towels and stuff, but it's okay. Gotta keep an eye on your loading docks. Okay, so this one is toilet paper on the side. This one is the paper towel on this side. And those, we're gonna lock the other half. Like the bottom 4 down here is overstock for the cleaning items I don't generally have. But the only thing that really goes fast enough, I think, to overstock it is the paper towels and the toilet paper. Maybe like real life, right? Alright, so we'll close this dock. And then we'll go back over here and we'll get all the clothing items in. this one. Shorts. Over here. Guitars. Suit jacket. Car cases. The other electric guitar. So I got most of the guitars in. I just need to get the... I think there's a couple amps that would have to go downstairs, and that's about it. Ball figs. Then we're done with the music stuff, and it's just the sports. Which is probably what I have to do next, is more sports. I have 2, 4, 6 spots up top here for sports. So I can bring in like 6 more items before I have to start thinking about more shelves. One more. And more plushies. Alright, so now we're gonna do the pallet floor cleanup. Shorts. Shorts. T-shirts. T-shirts. Suit. Suit. Those are already empty, that's the one I'm gonna take to the front. This guy. This guy. We have these for the golf bags. So those. Alright. Yeah, my stalkers have stopped. They're like, hey, there's no more to do today. Shelves are good. That's fine. We've already flipped the day, so we already know what our I guess our profits are that we have to work with for ordering licenses. Get rid of all the stuff on my floor. So there's some people who like to use the forklifts and will, you know, clear the empty pallet off the shelf and then want to put a new one on the shelf. I'm not that way. I like to use the empty pallets on the shelf to order stock. And I like to leave the empty pallets on the ground. I mean, imagine that makes the technical implementation for the pallet robot a little more difficult and challenging, because it's like, how are people intending to use this? What do they need it to do for them? I know what I want it to do. I don't know if other people would agree with me on that one, but I know what I want it to do. Like, you can sort of see my process. Go to truck, Pick up pallet. Put pallet down near shelf. That stocks item. And then clear empty pallets. That's what I would want it to do. Okay. So now we gotta take this out. We gotta put this on the shelf. Finally, we got to our guitars. They're pretty guitars, too. I'm sure people are looking for them and they're like, I can't get them, they're only in the back. Alright, so that's gonna fill out this last shelf here. Place. Place. Alright. Let's down for a second. And I gotta price you. So we want to go to markets. Then we're gonna go market plus 10, and then we're gonna go, I gotta still type this. Oh, we have a slider bar now? That's unfortunate. But, okay, well now we're gonna have weird off prices, I guess. So I want market plus 10. I want it to be like 20%, but I guess we're gonna be stuck on this weird off price. So that's one new change, I guess, that came in with the controller support. It's like controllers don't have numpads, and they didn't want to implement numpad support, so they did that. Which means, I guess if you're playing with the cash, you're gonna be stuck with cents now, as opposed to everything else I've been trying to do even dollars. Okay, so what are we bringing in today for licenses? So I'm gonna use the mouse again here because the computer back here is still not very good with the controller. So you can sort of see I skipped the records and the CDs because I don't have the upstairs figured out yet. I was putting in the instruments and the amps. So I've got 2 more amps left over here, but that's really expensive. And if I do that, I have to bring in 3 CDs, so I'm gonna wait on that. I'm gonna go back down to clothing. I can do more suit jackets and pants, I guess. So let's do that. So they are the new stuff. Just 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna send it to the front so I can get it out. So I'm still kind of using the mouse here for the computer. We gotta go here. So I was putting the suits on these. So we're gonna unload that here. So over here. So we have pants. Do I have any more space for pants over here? No. So we're gonna start putting more pants down over here. Take that one back. That here. And then get rid of this. So we're going to market. Plus. This goes back on my cart. And then we have gentlemen's gray suits. That's it. Okay. I have to order more of that. And then power stripe suits. So I had room for the guy's suit. We had suit. And we had these suits here too. So we have 2 racks of suits. I think there's one more suit, which might have to go on that shelf over here. So then we have the one leftover leggings, which we'll get to. And then They seem to be picking up those boxes now off the floor, which is good. And one more suit. Alright, so we're getting the suits in. I think I'm gonna put it on this side, or do I want to save that for a dress? We've got room for 1, 2, 3 dresses, I guess. I think there are 3 more dresses. Okay, I should double check on the computer there. Licenses. There's 4 more dresses. No, there's 8 more dresses. But that's it for the suits. Okay, so if that's the last suit, then I might just put the suit on that shelf for now. Or hold on, I have this over here. Do I want to put it on this side? I was kind of leaving that for t-shirts. Okay, we're gonna put the suits up here for now. It's just so high though. I don't like it. Maybe I put it on the back of this. Has to go on a hanger rack. Well, I have 6 dresses that I have to put in. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have room for the dresses. I just need more shelves, I guess, for hangable stuff. Maybe I put the t-shirts over here. I will make this one suits. I need a square box for that. Okay, hold on. Give me my... I want the non-full box. There's one up there that got stuck in a weird stage. Give me that one. Okay, so let me clear some of these shelves. And let me put them over here. And then we're gonna take this one off. No! No, epic failure. We're gonna have to run out of those, I guess, to clear it. Okay, so I'm gonna have to let the thing run out of these t-shirts. Okay. Duly noted. We'll get there. So I need 2 of these, 2 of those, 2 of those, 2 of those. No. Right? Those are the 4 new items. The pants and the 4 suits, and those have to go to the dock too, I guess. So we can stock those. I guess we'll just throw them up on top of one of these 2. These 3 aisles are clothing. So we just have to pick a spot up top. This one has a lot of the suits, so I think I'll just put it on top of this one. We'll go back on this aisle. So I put it into place. And then we're gonna do this. Okay, so I'm gonna go up higher. Oh man. Okay. Really, guy? Okay, well, I'm still gonna put it up there. He's gonna have to order more. Okay, so now it's just trying to roll around to get back to my parking spot. Okay. So it takes a little while to keep your stock in order there. So I noticed some stuff was emptied as I was messing around with the new stuff. So holy crap. Okay. Oh, we don't have enough. Alright, so we're gonna have to open up before we can restock some of this stuff. Okay, I can get that in. And then we're gonna go back to our normal morning day front. We'll play one more day, and then we'll call it. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? More of that, more of that. Mostly good in the bakery, I think. And get some of that. And maybe some of this. Sure. Oh, I left my cart back here. So the goal is to get this stuff all filled in eventually. We got sports, which I should do because I need to build a wall here of shelves. So that's probably what's going to be next is sports. And get some excess over here. Okay. That's your bakery stuff for the day. Enjoy. Alright. Strategizing. Go through our remaining cash here on grocery restock. So you'll notice I moved at the front the propane. I've moved the candy back here on the edge of the grocery store. I think it works a little bit better. And I was thinking of when I got the deli section, because they promised, I think some of the future roadmap stuff was the butchery and deli. I was going to move all of these groceries shelves backwards against this wall, make the pharmacy against the back, and put the butchery in here in front of the groceries. That's what I was thinking anyway. So I'm sort of strategizing ahead based on the roadmap. So if we don't get any new pharmacy stuff, at least I'll have somewhere to put the butchery. So I'll have bakery on that end and butchery here beside the groceries and the, you know, frozen and refrigerated stuff. Because, yeah, I mean, I can always, like, right now I don't have double shelves for the cleaning products, so I could make a double shelf and add more shelves for pharmacy down along this wall. Just to sort of fill in the space a little bit better. But until they bring out the deli stuff and I can see what it's going to look like, I won't solidify that. I'll just leave my grocery stuff where it is. Alright, we gotta open the store. Did we open the store? No, it doesn't look like we did yet. We gotta open so we can make some money, so we can order stock. Okay, so we'll go through one more day. And get this stuff out. This is the new pants. This is a pants. It starts to become hard to tell what it is when they kind of sort of cut the same picture on them. I don't know where you go, pants. It's a dress. Must be this one. Up there. That's gray suits. That was over here. This one is white suits. Just here for a second. So that's the gray. This is the white. Alright, let's get the grocery out. There's a lot of grocery needed today. Are they buying? I'm not hearing the cash tick up there. 1241.94. There it goes. Usually listen to the cash to make sure it's running properly. Alright. Now we need to order the... Oh, here's the pants. On the bottom over here. Alright. Let's see. We need propane. Expensive suits. Expensive suits. Oh, it wasn't too hard to get in stock. Dresses here, that's gonna be... Okay, we're good. So far we're doing okay. Probably need more of these. Alright. As you can see, my sort of model seems to be working for me. Like, I've got my warehouse tidied, it's in order. It might take a little longer at the end of the day if I have really bad days where I need to order stuff. But for the most part, I got it managed. The stalkers are doing their thing. I only have 2 per shift. And then basically I get into this when I have extra money, I order and restock one thing. And I won't restock unless I have a shelf to put it. Unless it's, well, I'm done with groceries. So the only thing I have left is, I think I have 1 bakery that I can get in. But for the most part, it's like I'm trying to order the cheaper of whatever clothing, sports, or music stuff that's available. I got all the toys and candy done. And I've got all the groceries done. So it's just sort of like a matter of filling in the spaces that I've been designing on the floors. This one's the blue one. This one is the white one with no sleeves. And this is the red dresses. Cool. So let me take a look at sports shelves. Well, I probably shouldn't do that. I should wait till the end of the day when we're done with all restocks. Because we don't know if restocking is going to get expensive. Those. We're doing okay. Let's do some of these. And the drugs back down the aisle. Oops, wrong one. Resume game. X. So yeah, you find like at the end of the day as the stalkers are going, you just keep going around the warehouse, keeping the shelves stocked basically. I don't have time to go on the floor, I'm running the warehouse. That is you. And you. So yeah, I've gotten into a routine that I like. And it works for me, so. I guess plus we're kind of working around the fact that right now there is no warehouse unloading solution. So we gotta do it ourselves anyway. Which it makes sense, it's the part you're controlling the most. So this is regular yogurt. Do I have regular yogurt on the shelf over here? I do, that's why it's not loading. And this one is meat products? Alright, well it goes over here now. And I just have the one candy item. It's a necklace. I'll just throw it on this side because it's empty. Alright. What do we got going here? Dun, dun, dun. One of those. Dun, dun, dun. So I have a limit that I'm stocking stuff back up to, basically. I like to generally have 2 boxes, and I wait till it goes down to 0 before I just reorder 2 boxes. Although since some of the music stuff, I'll keep it, because the music is so expensive, I just keep it stacked at 2 boxes. So I have 2 different sort of strategies for it. On music, the expensive items, I always keep it stocked up to 2 boxes at least. Unless it's guitar cases where I have extra shelves, where I might keep it stocked up to 4 boxes. For clothing items, like I said, and for toys, I tend to decide what the limit is and wait till it goes down. So it's like I have 2 thresholds, right? One is the threshold, the minimum threshold I'd like it to be stocked at, and one is the reorder size. This is the electric guitars at the top. One speakers. Alright, we get to 6,000 today. 7,000. Keep my warehouse running smooth here. Alright. We're just finishing off the last couple customers of the day. Got this dude. He's the last dude. Yeah, I don't see any more customers in the store. Alright, buddy. Finish it up. Oof. Big spender. Cool. Alright, we got up to 8,000. What are we gonna do with this 8,000? wanted to look at... Okay, we're going to swap our day so we don't accidentally have to fire someone. We have pricing management in here. Finances. Oh, it's okay. They haven't done it yet. Okay. So I'm going back to sports. So if I go to sports licenses, what was the next one I was going to get in? Maybe this ball? Yeah, probably this $800 ball thing. So products or furniture. I'm gonna need... I think everything is going to be the half shelf, right? I haven't stocked the bows because it doesn't really meet my current design, but I suppose I could. But it requires a long hanger, so if I want to do that, I gotta buy a long hanger. And this one's a short hanger. And these two are double rack. So I need a long hanger and a short hanger. So short hanger, long hanger. I think I have the double rack. And then we're gonna go the new stuff. So one of those. Hold on. If I use controller, I should just like one of those, and one of those. Alright. Deliver that to the storefront for a sec. So we need the two shelves first. Let's do those first. So I was going to build these across. Put that down there. So we've got a long hanger and a short hanger. So I guess I'm going to put the long hanger here. Oops. How do I snap left button? Like so. So then this one, and then I'm gonna put one more shelf down back here. It's a little tight on this one. But, I mean, that's what the spacing is gonna have to be. I could change this around. How do I want to do this? I can do the okay, hold on. Place this here for a second. Put it back. We want to move this to the end over here. Rotate it. Over here. And then we're going to move this thing. Let me just put this here. I think this one makes more sense to go there, right? So So then we can walk around this and place things on this table maybe. And then this guy. I mean, I don't like it, but what I could do is I could get rid of these things. Can I like... Can I like get rid of it? Pack it up. Don't like these. Nope. Pack it up. Place the box. So these are all tall clothing racks I ended up with because I didn't like them. So we're gonna pack that up. How do I get around here? We're just too tall. So for the last two, let's go to back clothing, straight clothing rack. Okay, I gotta finish with the stuff that's already out there though. Let me grab the product. I'm gonna figure out where all this stuff's gonna go. My other shelf. Alright, so this is what I got to work with here. So the ball, I'm gonna go on this side. The bow has to go on the long rack. I guess we'll just do one for now. What's this? The shoes is on the short rack. I'll put shoes on the bottom. Oh, sports double rack. Let's go up here. And this one is gloves. Gloves is what I bought for this. For now, we'll just keep it one shelf. So we got market plus 10. Oops. Market plus 10. Market plus 10. Market plus 10. So this corner is like sports. This is golf. So I'm using these as my divider walls. Because the clothing, you see right through it. It's not a great divider wall. So I'm using the sports. I think I prefer down here than the music stuff. Because like when you're doing sports, you're thinking about clothing. When you're doing music, you might be thinking about style. Alright. So we've got this wall at least done. We gotta fill this stuff in with other things. Have to figure out how many small things we have. And then I think we're probably going to need more of these double shelves for over here. I could probably get one more double shelf. Oops. Alright, what do we got over here? We have some spare bows. Enjoy. Oh right, I gotta double stock them. So we gotta stock extra stuff of those. Go back to sports. So we got... Ooh, that's gonna be expensive to get the bows in, so we'll wait on the bows. Supposed to get 2 of those, 2 of those, 2 of those. That should go to stock 3. Can I get the bows in? No. So we're gonna have to wait on the bows, but we can get those 3 in. I can maybe get 1 bow in if I want to put the... I should save it for ordering stock though. Let's just do that. And I think I ordered the extra shell. So I was fixing up where I was going to put the dresses. So we have, whoops. Okay. Doesn't let you reclose that box when you take this out. It's a little bit long. I gotta like play with the space here to make it look usable. Like here. We still have a walk space down here. And then this guy goes back. There. Still not sold on putting this one here though. You know, maybe put it back over here. So we can sort of move around this way in an L shape. I guess that'll work. And I eventually will take these off for something nicer looking. I'll move the shirts solely to the table over here. And I guess if I run out of need for one of these other things, I'll get rid of another one of these shelves. Because maybe I can move the shorts to the table as well. And use, instead of this shelf, that shelf. We'll get there as we get everything eventually put out. Figure out how much extra shelving space we have. Alright, let me get rid of this truck. Here we go. Put you back. Oh. In front of the store, where I use you for bakery, mostly. I only use it for bringing in new stock in for grocery. Alright, I'm gonna get this pallet thingy up. So we got shoes now. Just need to go on the top of this shelf, all the way up there. This is the gloves all the way on the top of this shelf. And balls. And then eventually the bow will go beside it. Alright, and you will be the next used there. Alright, go. Ah! I'm gonna raise you up all the way to the top. See if I can. Oof. So it's like now I don't even need the pallet guy, the other pallet guy. It's like, can I sell it? So it makes me wonder for these two forklifts if it makes sense to upgrade it, or like allow us to sell the smaller one so that it doesn't take up space in the. Because like ideally I have one parking spot right here for it, right? I'm using the other pallet stock zone down here for this one. But so once I have this one, it does pretty much exactly the same thing as this one, it just raises it higher. So I don't need both of them really. So yeah, I can get maybe, so that's the bows, and I have 2 slots left over here before I have to figure out, maybe put one more shelf down here for sports. I think I'm okay for now on music, because they have 3 shelves. Sports is kind of sharing its shelves with toys, that was the problem. So what I was going to do is I was going to move all the toys up over here. But then I'm like, it doesn't really matter in the end. So as long as I know where the stuff is. The toys stuff moves faster, I think, than the sports, so. Cause yeah, it's like, these 2 right now are sports. These 3 are sports, and then we have 1, 2, 3 only over here. So I needed 3 more spots for toys. It's like they wouldn't have neatly fit on 2 shelves anyway. So, and then technically, you know, plush toys and balls are kind of all toys anyway, right? So I'm like, it doesn't matter that much. Anyway, so that's where we'll end it here. So you can see where we came. Like if we do the walkthrough, we've expanded our warehouse out to 3 docks. I think that's level 10 in the expansions. We've gotten the 3 levels of the forklifts, the standard pallet lifter, the one that lets you raise it up to the shelf 2 and 3, and the one that gets you to 4 and 5. So that's where we got in the warehouse, and then we, you know, obviously we organized our warehouse in such a way that it's easy enough to get around. I've got music on the back wall, toys and sports toys on this wall. I've got clothing in the center, and I've got, this is pills and propane. The shelf of peas here. And then we've got toilet paper and paper towel on this side. And then everything else on this end is temporary grocery stock shelving. for anything that I accidentally over order. What's this one? Gloves. It's fine. I'll pick that up eventually, like this one. So that's how far we came in the warehouse. I got stuck so many of these tall clothing racks that I put them out there. I just don't like the look of the clothing. They're just way too tall. Like even when I put the long dresses on them, they just hung way too tall. It made no sense to me. So I ended up putting these longer shelves out instead, and these spirally things. It'd be nice if I can, you know, tell them not to stock rather than have them, you know, disturb me with a box. Like I take it off the shelf and I go to take the sticker off. It's like, no, we're restocking. It's like, no, but I don't want you to restock. Can I interrupt the unloading? Because that would make it easier for me than waiting for the stock to run out for me to remove the labels to fix the problem. So I mean, I've got more pants on this side, and I was going to put t-shirts and maybe the shorts on this shelf. And then I can put more hanging stuff up high. Cause yeah, that might work a little bit better. And then like I said, I have my future plan for the groceries, where I can shove all this stuff back to the wall here. And put like a deli thing in here hanging and, you know, on the other end of the groceries. Because I don't know, it might be too samey if we unlock this side and put it down this way. But anyway, we're getting somewhere. We still have yet to have used, like we can look down from above here, it looks not too bad. It looks like a real store. But yeah, I haven't really used up here yet. I still have it blocked off. Electronics will be a feat in of itself, but I wanna finish off what I've already started down here. Yeah, 'cause this one will come out just slightly over here, which is just enough space for the first aid on this side. So I need one more of these, I guess, half shelves. We'll see if I can put that in. Shopping! Furniture. Double rack. Let's leave the bow for now. I acknowledge I need to get the bow in. It's on the shelf. It's better than what I had before when it was not on the shelf. Because folks complain when you have a license for something and then they can't find it in your store. So it kind of sucks. If you get a license, you gotta figure out how to put it in the store. Okay, so it's supposed to go just in front of the first aid kit there. Right? Now we have back here, we've got these two. And then we've got up here. So what I could do is I could move it even slightly more to the left. To be where I want the door space to go. Hold on. Left button, snap. And then we can even put this thing on the end. Or maybe I can just... get another shelf along this way. Need something there to figure out what. Like if I move this a little further down, maybe I can get another shelf on there. Left button, hold snap. And then can I, if I move this one? And then that means we need one more. Do we have the stuff for it? I think we do, right? Licenses. So we have big bag. We've definitely got a bag. I have a spot for the bag. These things we can probably hang. That one's probably a shelf. Yeah, I think we can do it. So we got one more furniture with that sports double rack. Now I gotta be careful because I'm using up too much cash, but we're designing, yo. Trying to get our furniture in a layout that kind of makes sense for what our store is. Like, I've been watching other people play and it kind of bothers me. All the, oh, I'm just gonna do rows and rows of shelves. It's like, no, guy, make it look more store-like. Make it be a little artsy. So we got it about there. Right, so this is the change room area 1 for ladies or men, and this is the other side of ladies or men. So we got men's and ladies change rooms on opposite ends. Now, yeah, I know in modern society, people have removed the change rooms because folks just go into the change rooms and stuff down their purses. Because you don't want to pay the clothing store attendants to, you know, manage the items. Like, yeah, you took 2 items, where's your 2 items? You have to return 2 items. Are you gonna take those, or are you gonna... Like, we used to employ folks in our change rooms to manage the stock. Like, you declare yourself, I want to try this on, I have 2 items. You get a 2-item sticker. You go back, you come back, say, here's my 2 items. I'm going to take this one, or I'm going to return this one. And they'll put the item back into the overstock. So we used to employ folks to do that. Now, I don't know what happened to that job. Folks got, you know... They always get more and more clever in how to steal. So people are like, well, if you're gonna steal, we're not gonna let you do it. You're not gonna try on stuff anymore, you're just gonna buy it, and if you want it, too bad. Alright. So that's where the rest of my, well, at least as much sports as I can get on there will go. And then on this side, it's like I said, it's gonna be the 2 amps. And I'll have to figure out what I want to do in this space. Maybe I'll double up an amp. Or just do more guitar strings, who knows. Maybe I'll put the 2 amps in the bottoms and put guitar strings on the top. pretend there are different types of guitar strings. But the music's, I guess, for the hardware stuff, tangible, non-digital stuff, is out. And it's just a matter of, you know, finishing what I've got of the clothing and the sports. In terms of bakery, I still have enough space for at least one license. So I've got 1, 2, 3 shelves. Everything else here is full. 3 shelves. Well, I have 5 shelves. I think on the bakery licenses I might have 6 items. So I'm like, I don't know how that happened. So how are we like... So if I go to licensed grocery, not grocery, bakery. There were 6 items. Is this one thing or 2 things? This looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm gonna be stuck with like 1 extra item somehow. That I can't stock on a shelf. I'm not entirely sure why you designed it that way. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I only have 5, right? 4, 5. So that's kind of why I didn't finish bakery, because I'm like, well, it's getting really expensive to stock the licenses, plus I can't really fit them all. I can get 1 more license on comfortably, and then it's like, well, what do we do with the last? What do we do with the 1 item we can't stock for the day? Like, bakery, it doesn't make sense having multiple shelves, does it? Because they go stale, right? And then they don't buy them. So you either need to add 2 more items, or no, you either need to add 3 more items to justify having 1 more shelf, which I don't want to use because I like this bread, jam and bread shelf here instead, just to break up the samey look. So that's, you know, when I was designing, that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to, you know, I have a section for freezers, sure, but I tried to break it up by putting it beside something else. So we didn't end up with samey. Of, you know, just boring rows and rows of the same looking shelf. Like, okay, yeah, it's like, this is what you see in a grocery store, and that's fine, because the products on them are a little bit different looking. That's what you'd expect in a grocery store. But when you start stocking other things, it kind of, you want it to look different, right? Anyway, I'm ranting. I'm running around in a circle and I'm ranting. So that's probably enough for today. You get the general idea. I'm still enjoying this game. You know, I like the fact that I have a little bit of design, you know, freedom to place whatever I want next to whatever I want. And I'm sort of making it work, right? It sort of looks like a less boring store than just, you know, rows and rows of the same rack down the center. I am no bargain bin store. Only quality here. But yeah, I do eventually have to challenge myself to unlock upstairs and start getting some of the electronics in. It's just I have a lot left to do down here. And maybe we'll get there by day 200. We'll see. Maybe I'll record another video when I do start working up there. Because as you can see, the first episode I did, I showed off my grocery store and my bakery. And in today's episode, you got to see a little bit more of my clothing, music, sports section. Because this is the new stuff on this end. So in the 75 days, I've done this. Yay. Alright, I'll let you go. Thanks for watching, and until next time.